plane for our flight out to Bear Camp was the Britten-Norman BN-2 Islander airplane. Built in the UK back in the 1960s, it's got twin engines and a really good payload, making it a fantastic bush plane. We flew across the Cook Inlet and down its western edge to Chinetna Bay. Even though I didn't have the best seat on the airplane, the views were still spectacular. From lush green valleys with glacier-fed rivers running through them to snow-capped mountains off in the distance. We even passed by several active volcanoes, including Mount Redoubt, which last erupted back in 2009. The coastline was like nothing I've ever seen before. Absolutely amazing. After about an hour's flight, we finally made our descent into Bear Camp. Down on the beach, we could see other bush planes that have landed before us. These are day trippers that fly over from Homer to see the bears. We made a low pass over the camp and turned over the large meadow. Below, you can see many bears grazing on the grass. What a view. We made a final turn and came in low over the bay. This approach is not for the faint of heart. For a moment, you think you're going to land on the water. And touchdown. After a year of planning, I'm finally here. I can't believe I'm at Bear Camp. Who knows what the next few days will have in store for me. Maybe I'll even see some bears. After the bumpy landing, we finally came to a stop where we were quickly offloaded and the Bear Camp crew transferred supplies to the plane. Before you know it, the Islander was moving back down the beach where it slowly lifted off into the distance. Little did we know, because of the weather, we wouldn't see the Islander or any other aircraft for 3 extra days. Welcome to Bear Camp. Bear Camp is located on the original homestead of Wayne Byers. Wayne moved here in 1967 as part of the U.S. Homestead Act. Wayne trapped and fished for most of his life. When that became unsustainable, he developed a relationship with Great Alaska Adventure Lodge, where they developed Bear Camp. Wayne passed away in 2011 at the age of 74, but his spirit definitely lives on. The camp is located right next door to Wayne's cabin. These heated, weatherproof tents were truly incredible and kept us warm and dry during the brutal Alaska weather. We had a dining room where all of our meals were prepared by an actual chef. It doubled as a great gaming center when the weather was too bad to go outside. The individual tents had very comfortable beds and even had a bathroom in the back. The weather in Alaska is legendary. It can change in an instant. Turn your back on it for a moment and it will definitely kick your butt. It was because of this weather that I got stuck at Bear Camp for 2 extra nights. But because of my preparedness and the professionalism of the Bear Camp crew, I kept warm, dry, and safe. Now, who's ready to see some bears? These are coastal brown bears. Genetically, they're identical to grizzly bears. However, there are some distinguishing differences. Coastal bears grow much larger than grizzlies, up to 800 pounds, typically live within 50 miles of the sea, and are much more omnivorous than their grizzly bear cousins. We never left the camp without an experienced guide. They were armed with bear spray and large caliber handguns, but I felt that this was more for show just to make the guests feel at ease. But you never know who you might run into while walking through the forest. The bears come here to graze on grasses and sedges. A little bit later on, they will feed on the running salmon in the nearby streams. They come here in great numbers. At one point, I counted as many as 51 bears that I could see from one spot. And yes, they can come very close to you. Even though I was here for a very short period of time, and who knows if I'll ever make it back, these amazing animals and the people that I experienced this with will forever be in my heart, mind, and soul.